everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today's makeup is going to be another kind of Instagram trendy makeup. I have done quite a few soft glam Instagram inspired makeups, but today we are taking soft glam that little bit extra further. We're going Instaglam today is what I'm calling it. So of course I will leave what it's going to look like here because of course I don't know yet, and I really hope you like today's video. Let me know if you do down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well and don't forget to subscribe as well, and we will just get straight into it. So I want really highlighted skin today, so I am going to use the liquid chrome drops from Barrier, but I find it easier to apply these with a moisturiser, so I'm just going to mix these on the back of my hand. And I am not going to be too shy with this. I'm going to apply this everywhere, but not under my very under eyes, so it might look just a little bit crazy for a minute. We're going to go a little bit heavier on the eyes today. I feel like the last few looks, because they have been more soft glam, it's a little bit more focused on the skin and less on the eyes, whereas this is like a bit of both really. So nice full coverage on the skin and nice and a little bit more heavier on the eye makeup too. Next is foundation. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix. This is in NC25. Might just be slightly too dark, but I can balance it out with concealer later on. So I want a nice full coverage, so that is what we will build it up to. And as usual, I always apply my foundation in layers, especially if I'm building it up for a nice full coverage. So I'll do maybe 2 to 3 layers of this one. I have also done my brows already. I've used NYX micro brow pencil and I've used the Primark brow gel, and I've applied quite a lot of brow gel to make them nice and fluffy. They might look a little bit overbearing at the moment, but once the eye makeup is on, it'll look a lot better. Next, I'm moving on to concealer. I'm using the Barrier Night Long Full Coverage Concealer in Oatmeal, and I'm actually going to use this as my eye primer first. So I'm just going to carve out my brow, pop this all over the lid, and then I'm just going to use this as my normal concealer, so all under my eyes. We're going to come down in like a triangle and then just sharpen it up here. And I'll leave the under eyes till last to blend out and just blend out the rest first. And I always use the same side of my sponge that I've done my foundation with, because I do feel like it does blend a bit better that way. And right in between my brows. And I am going to do a little bit of contouring around the eyes again today, like I did in my last soft glam makeup. I'll leave it in this top corner, and I do also have a playlist of soft glam because that is my favourite. So I'll leave everything up there. So for contour, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution concealer in C15, but I always put it on the back of my hand first because it is super pigmented. So I literally put a tiny dot like that and work from there. Just taking a little bit on the back of my hand. Apply a little bit of that contour just here, just so it wings out a little bit. I'm literally going to leave it as that, coming straight onto my lid, because we're going to be putting eyeshadows over this anyway, but I just want this part to be like quite emphasised. We will look crazy for a bit, but it'll look good in the end. So again, on this side, using that little line of concealer as my guide and literally just doing like a thick line all the way down. And I do like to bring my cheek contour up onto my cheeks as well. And then I can do a bit of powder contouring later to build it up if I need to. Okay, and then some around my forehead. And I'm just going to join it up slightly to this contour here, just so it doesn't look completely weird. Okay, and then I'll just tap it over that, just to make sure it's blended. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring on my lips because I have been doing this recently and I do feel like it makes a little bit of a difference. And then I'm just going to take my beauty sponge and just tap that in. Next is my other concealer. So for that I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix in NC25, and I'm going to use this just under my eyes and nowhere else because I do like that to be quite nice and bright. So I'm just going to take a little bit here, and then I am going to sharpen up this line again. If you want an in-depth video of like me contouring or anything, then please let me know, and I will of course do like just my base and concentrate mainly on the highlight and contour part. I'll just take the last bit of that little bit of contour cream, and then I'll just literally just buff that onto my cheeks just so there's not like a massive harsh line. Okay, so now it's time to set. I'm just gonna try and get the wrinkles from underneath my eyes, but my eyes are so dry at the moment it's pretty much impossible. And I've actually been mixing a few different powders together just to kind of create my own little special mix. I haven't got it 100% how I want it, but I do really like it. So once I've mastered what I like, then I will share with you what I've been using. I don't want the skin to be as matte as we have been doing it recently, so I'm just gonna, just to take sort of the top shine off, and then I will bake a little bit later on, but just on the under eyes. So I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer now. I'm going to use the Cappuccino powder bronzer from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I actually picked this up from TK Maxx and I really like it. I think it's quite hit and miss when you go in there when it comes to makeup, but I dropped on when I found this one. And around the forehead. This side of my face does sometimes look a little bit darker than the other side, but it is because I don't have as many lights on that side as I do on this side. But I promise you, they're not uneven. I am also going to apply a little bit of my Milani baked bronzer because this is more of a glowy bronzer. It's more sheer as well, so you can be a little bit more heavy-handed with it. But this is a really nice like everyday bronzer. I use this every day. But it looks nice on top of others as well, just to add a little bit more glow back into your skin. I'll just do a little bit of blush before we move on to the eyes. So I'm just going to use this peachy one from Ruby Cosmetics, I think. The name is wearing off. Just onto the apples. If I do bake, I literally just bake in this area here. I might pull a little bit back today just in case I drop anything. But I don't go right into the very sort of inner corner because I am so dry there, it'll just exaggerate my creases even more. So what we're using for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Kylie bronze palette today because I want to do something really bronzy, and this is the bronze palette, and I feel like, to be honest, I haven't literally used this in ages. So I am first going to pick up that warm brown there. I feel like the eyes for this are really easy, but they look like you've made more effort, which I love makeup looks like that. And I'm taking this into my crease and I'm going to blend it up quite high towards my brow. And then I'm literally just blending it into that bronzer. So to be honest, we don't really have to do as much on the outer corner now because it's already sort of blended and sharpened up for us. So if you are going to do base first and you want to do an eye makeup like this, then try and do your eye contour as well at the same time as you're contouring the rest of your face. And to be honest, it does save like quite a bit of time. I'm going to tap some of this over the lid as well with a slightly more sort of smaller brush. I'm going to mix that reddish brown and that dark brown just because I don't want it too sort of red in tone. So I am going to mix those two together, and I am just going to go over my lid and into my crease a little bit. Just going to do a little bit of eyeliner. So I'm just going to first do my top waterline, and then I'm going to do my smoky liner on the top. So I'll literally just pop a little bit on. This is really just to make it a little bit smokier and to hide my lash band when they're on. So I'm going to pick up that dark brown. Oh, that was terrible. That one there, just to help smoke this out a little bit. And I just like to just really smudge it into my lashes, and then I like to do this before I've applied my glitter pigments. That way I can't really do this after glitter's on because the glitter will fall everywhere. So next we can go in with the glitter and the pigment. To be honest, this would look really nice with just like a smoked out under eye and a lash, but we're going a bit more glitzy today. So the first thing that I'm going to put on, I'm going to use this Doll Beauty palette, and I'm going to use the more gold shade there. Being quite rough with it, just patting it on, even in this inner corner, and patting it up towards my brow. So for pigments, I'm using the Peaches and Cream ones because they are my favourite. So for the whole lid, I'm going to mix Gatsby and Wish together. And then I've just got a little bit of Bollywood that I'm going to pop on with my finger after. Okay, so I've put my glitter glue on already. I'm using quite a fluffy brush because I don't want this to be too precise. I don't want to particularly like really pack it on. So just with a light hand, I'm just going to pat this on. And just taking it all the way up to that brow, especially in this inner corner. And then just taking Bollywood with my finger, pressing this mainly over the centre. I've just popped some lashes on. I've actually used some from Savers. I absolutely love Savers. If you live in the UK, Savers for lashes is amazing. These are the Velvet Lash Effect from Brit Rocks London, I think. So for my under eyes, I'm going to use something a little bit different today. So I'm going to line my waterline with a nude pencil first, just to make them look a little bit brighter and just a little bit different, because usually I go quite smoky underneath. And then I'm just going to smoke out with those shadows that we used earlier. I'll pop this in my waterline. I'm just going to go in with that lightest one there, just on a little smudger, and just smudge this underneath. I'm going to blend this down just to hide my under eye creases a little bit. Okay, and then just a slightly darker one just next to the lash line. For my highlighter, I'm going to go back in with the Doll Beauty. I think that might be Shine Bright, but I'm not sure. It's the more gold one anyway. I'm just going to build this up onto my cheeks. So for lips, I want to do like a dark lip liner and then light it in the middle and then gloss all over. So this is Los Angeles pencil from NYX. For the centre, I'm using Cape Town, also from NYX. Okay, then for gloss, I'm using Bambi from Peaches and Cream, but I'm going to apply this with a brush because this is from my kit, so. Okay guys, so that is today's Insta Glam makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!